got to see it to believe it. Who said that you can't have it all? You have a ball. There's a place for fun in your life, Mall of America. There's a place for fun in your life, Mall of America.
Let's be clear, no parent ever looked that happy walking out of FAO shorts. Welcome back. How's that for a throwback? A vintage Mall of America commercial from 1997. I remember that jingle. Place for the fun in your life, Mall of America. Anyway, welcome back. The iconic mall here in the Twin Cities is celebrating 30 years this year. It opened in August of 1992 on the site of the old Met Stadium. Today, we're kicking off a series on the MOA, going behind the scenes and looking back at some of the biggest moments over 30 years. And first up, my darling Kendall. Learned some things about the mall that you may not know.
I have a giant bag, I have a coffee, and I have a vice president here, Dan Jasper, to show me the Mall of America that I've been coming to since I was a child. But there are so many trinkets and bits of history here. Why not start at home plate?
This is the exact location of home plate from the old Metropolitan Stadium. This is where greats like Harmon Killebrew, Rod Carew, Tony Oliva, this is where they did all their batting. And it honors the Minnesota sports history that was part of this property. Most people don't even recognize.
What?
We don't heat Mall of America. There's no central heating.
And it's from this, right?
It's from that and from our body heat. That's what heats this building, believe it or not. But when you walk around, notice all the plants, 30,000 live plants. But also notice the floor slopes and undulates. People don't even notice that. It was designed that way, so subconsciously you think you're outside at a theme park. Sunlight, live plants, rolling floor. Little things people walk by right here on this tree.
What? There's little tangerines in the tree?
We have tangerines, we have a pineapple plant, we have a lemon tree. All this stuff growing here inside Mall of America. People don't realize it. Mall of America is actually the unofficial site of the most official and unofficial world records in the world unofficially.
I'm sorry, you're going to say that again.
We're the unofficial site of the most official and unofficial world records in the world, unofficially speaking. So we have lots of Guinness World Records, but we also have a lot of other big things that we've done here at Mall of America. For instance, right here, we had the Guinness World Record, the largest gathering of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles ever when we opened this ride.
3, 2, 1.
And also on this spot, right behind us, from that elevator bank all the way out to here, we built the world's largest gingerbread house, 67 feet tall. It almost went to that gray ceiling. 14,500 pounds of gingerbread, 4,500 pounds of frosting, 2 tons of candy, 350,000 people walked through the gingerbread house, and we raised $150,000 for charity, Guinness World Records.
I feel like you deserve a world record for remembering all these numbers, Dan.
And then one day I walked up and there's a guy about my age licking the gingerbread house, and not a tip of the tongue lick. He did one of those.
Was this a dare?
And I said 2 words to him. I said, no. And I said, why? And his honest to God answer was, I had to make sure it's really gingerbread house. I found out later from an entertainment team member, like once a week he came and licked the gingerbread.
Are you kidding me?
Yes. This coin actually marks the 50-yard line of Old Metropolitan Stadium. Every coin flip, 174 games, preseason, regular season, postseason of the Minnesota Vikings took place right here. NFL history was made on this site. Wow. December 28, 1975, the Minnesota Vikings were playing the hated Dallas Cowboys. The Vikings were winning with less than 2 minutes left in the playoffs.
Yes.
Cold Minnesota day, right?
Yes.
Roger Staubach took a hike right from this pipe. He fell back. Carl Eller, Alan Page, Jim Marshall were rushing at him, the Purple People Eaters. He closed his eyes, he threw a pass. Drew Pearson pushed off. Should have been a penalty.
Should have.
Caught the game-winning pass. The media asked Roger, how'd you ever make that pass? He grew up Catholic. He said, I closed my eyes and I said,
Hail Mary.
A Hail Mary. The first time that was ever used in NFL history, right here. Hail Mary!
That wasn't fair. I'm holding a coffee.
But let me show you something from Camp Snoopy days that people walk by. You've never noticed. I'll guarantee you this.
Okay.
There were craftsmen that helped make Knott's Camp Snoopy. So look behind me and you'll see an eagle and a bear. There, you've walked by 1,000 times. You've never noticed that.
No. you can't talk about the legacy of the Mall of America without talking about the Rotunda. I remember my memory of the Rotunda is boy bands.
I remember when Jonas Brothers were here, 4,000 screaming 12-year-old girls, or the cast of Twilight, right? 5,000 screaming 12-year-old girls, or Zac Efron when there were like 8,000 screaming 12-year-old girls, or when New Kids on the Block came and there were like 12,000 screaming moms. So much activity happens here. When you were growing up, you have fond memories of this space.
Yes.
That's true for thousands and thousands of people. And this is also part of our future, because we'll continue to do experiences that capture the heart and create memories, and that's what makes this place so special.
Couldn't agree more. I'm going to say this a lot over the next month, or as we said, I know it's fashionable for eye rolls and, locals, and that's true no matter where you are. If you're, if you're in Seattle, the Space Needle probably is, nothing. We take it for granted sometimes, and I know locals don't always like going to the Mall of America. Oh, it's touristy. I, for one, I love it. I'm there. I really, not so much right now, but I'm usually there on Saturdays. I go, it's a routine of mine, and I will actually take you through my routine. But I genuinely love it.
I do too, and I was talking to Dan about that, about how the locals who do it, you know how to do it right too. You know where your stores are, what you like to eat, you know when to go.
Yep.
So it was cool seeing all of that, all these things I've never noticed in all those years at the mall.
And it's clear Dan hates his job.
I know, he really loathed having to give me a tour.
He hates his job. I love Dan. Next week, I'll take you behind the scenes of the mall to a place few get to see. You will, I had a good time. We're going to take a break. We'll be back right after this.